Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is who has been having late night thoughts about you and why. There are going to be three groups, and the timestamps for each group will be in the description box in the comments section below. If the readings and messages resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you choose. To all of my subscribers and returning viewers, as always, thank you. I appreciate you. To newer viewers, welcome. And if interested after this video, you may return to my channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your messages. Hi, Pawan. So this is a quick side note. I know I've been doing a couple of these lately, but this is a quick side note before you get into the reading, which I've already done. In that reading, there is an additional message I want to throw out there for some of you. This may not apply for all of you, but for some of you, this could be someone that you have kids with. Okay, this could be somebody that you were once married to, although I didn't feel that strongly for most of you. But this could be somebody that you've already had a family with, or something along those lines. And then it just didn't work out. But obviously, the rest of the message and more insight kind of goes more in depth about why they're thinking about you, their feelings and emotions over the situation. This one goes kind of deep. It was a very intense reading. I won't lie, very intense. This person's energy feels very intense. The way they feel about you is intense. But I went over everything in the reading. Very insightful reading, but I didn't mention that part, even though it was at the back of my mind. And I wanted to just throw that out there as an added bonus confirmation for someone. It may not apply for most of you, but as an added confirmation, it may be for some of you. Okay. So take it as it resonates. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Welcome to your reading, Pile 1, regarding who has been having late night thoughts about you and why. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We'll go ahead and look into the 5 cards that came through, and then we'll get into the reading. So the first card out is the Three of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups. And then we have the Devil card, followed by the Ten of Swords. And then the final card out is the King of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Emperor. I've also pulled 3 clarifying cards from a separate tarot deck, and we'll look into those as well. We got the Eight of Cups, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, and the final clarifier out is the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck energy is the Fool card. So, really quickly, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So for this group, this is more than likely definitely somebody you were in a past connection with the Six of Cups, especially with the Three of Swords coming out before. This was something that could have ended very painfully. Also, with the Ten of Swords out here, this is something that could have cut really deep. This is more than likely a connection where there was an immense amount of passion and desire. There was a strong chemistry. It could have been between one or the other, but I'm getting that this is something that you both experienced. There could have been a very strong physical attraction, where you both found each other very attractive, very irresistible. But I do feel like this is a connection that at some point became unhealthy, very codependent, very toxic. There could have also been a lot of dependency on the intimate aspect of the connection. I do feel like this is somebody who fed off of your energy, especially when it came to the bedroom activities between you. You could be an outstanding, what's the right word to use for you two? You could have been an outstanding lover. Let's just say that. And I do feel like with the Devil card coming out with the Ten of Swords, this person is more than likely sitting up at night, perhaps fantasizing about you. They could be really reflecting a lot over experiences from the past, but especially the more intimate, passionate aspects with the Six of Cups going into the Devil card. And there could be a fear here for a lot of these individuals of you perhaps giving that your more loving, nurturing, caring energy to someone else. You actually being intimate with someone else is very soul crushing to this person. I am getting an energy here that this person is very miserable right now. They could have been since the breakup with the Ten of Swords. This is like a very painful ending. And it is also an energy that can denote mental breakdowns, obviously misery. This can even be mental health issues. It could also mean that with this Devil energy, I am feeling that a lot of these energies are using coping mechanisms. They could have addictions that are helping them to cope with that Ten of Swords ending. Some of them, it could be a number of things. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be even lust. Maybe they're, interacting with other energies to try to get over you. And I don't feel like it's working. I feel like it's actually making them feel worse. But this person is desiring to have a new beginning. So this is why you're in their head. Not just the intimacy is keeping them up at night, because I will say quickly, some of these people are pleasing themselves to thoughts of you, or if you've been intimate, which I feel a lot of you have with the level of passion coming through here, some of them could be pleasing themselves to past experiences you've had, and they are reminiscing over the potential to have that experience with you again. But with the Emperor and the Queen of Cups out here, this is also suggesting that it's more than that. This person is now seeing you as their counterpart. With the Wheel of Fortune, they're seeing you as somebody who is destined and fated for them. They're wishing and hoping for the Wheel of Fortune to turn in the upright for this situation, so that there could be like a sudden meeting, or that there could be like a more positive new beginning. Because with the Fool card, that's about new beginnings. It's also about taking a leap of faith. So I do feel like this person is really contemplating wanting to come towards you. With the Eight of Cups out here, this is an energy of walking away from things that are unfulfilling. Some of you could have relocated, or moved away from the other, or if you live together, one of you moved out. But this person is up at night constantly thinking about I guess, the last moment you spent together, or the last conversation, or the last time they seen you, and they are now seeing you as the ideal spouse, somebody who would be the ideal parent, somebody who would be the ideal partner. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, because for my feminines drawn to this person is seeing you in a Queen of Cups energy, and for my masculines, this person is seeing you in the Emperor energy. So both energies are ideal counterparts. So they are seeing you as nurturing. They are seeing you as somebody who's very protective. This person felt safe in your energy. You may also provide a very healing, kind of comforting vibe to this person. With this energy coming through, I do feel like this is somebody who could have struggled with addictions perhaps during the connection. This could have been a person who had third parties, like there could have been infidelity here. For some of you, this could even been a divorce with that Three of Swords. But there could have been infidelity here. This person could have been struggling with alcohol or drugs or something like that when you were together. That could have led to the ending. Because with the Devil going into the Ten of Swords, this also suggests that the unhealthy aspects of this connection is what led to the ending of it overall, is what led to the destruction of this. This could have been a very cruel person, somebody who was impulsive, somebody who could have been a bit selfish and self-centered, somebody who could have been manipulative, very just toxic with that devil energy. It could really just be a situation where potentially you could have showed up in this way as well. However, the reason I feel like most of this energy, if not all of it, is on the person that is coming through is because they're seeing you in a positive light, right? And I feel like that's because with the Eight of Cups, after you left, with that Ten of Swords, maybe this person tried to find you in other people, and they keep coming up short. I don't feel like this person has found anyone that they're as attracted to as they were with you. They're not finding anyone who was as loving, nurturing, protective, and comforting and stable and loyal as you. And especially, I don't feel like they can find anyone that is satisfying them and pleasing them in the intimate aspects the way you did. Nobody is really exciting this person the way that your energy did. There was a strong magnetic chemistry here, and this person is finding it hard to let go. Because with the Eight of Cups, this is, we stated, is walking away from something that doesn't serve us. Usually it is an emotional connection because it's Cups energy. And then it goes into the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is having a new beginning. This is having something that once was very much toxic, or a lot of failures, or a lot of things getting worse before they get better, finally turning and having an improvement. And then there's like this positive energy now coming in because there's something of a renewal. So this person is wanting to maybe come in and try to heal this situation. If their intentions are good or not, I can't say, because obviously it's not the topic of the reading and it's not coming up. However, it could be possible for some of them, because with the Emperor and the Queen of Cups here, it could mean that maybe some of these people have evolved, right? If this was a toxic woman energy or feminine energy, this person could have evolved into a Queen of Cups, more spiritual, more intuitive, more healed. If this was a masculine for you, then this person could have evolved from a King of Wands, somebody that was flighty, not wanting to settle down, really chasing their passions with other people and things, and then they evolved into the Emperor. That is possible. But this is a general reading, so I can't say for sure if that's the case. But I am seeing that this is somebody that is up at night. They are thinking about the ending of this. They are thinking about what led to the ending. This is somebody that is more than likely fantasizing about you. For a lot of you, this is a person that could be um, reaching their peak thinking about you. This is a person who is wanting to essentially take that Six of Cups, the energy from the past, that swords energy, the way they showed up, that toxicity, and they're now wanting to perhaps show up in a better light again, if that's the truth, because this could still be a deceptive energy, right? Like I said, if with most of these people, a lot of these people based on these cards, they do still have addictions that they're dealing with. But those addictions are seemingly associated with the ending of this connection. So I don't know if that means that if this connection comes back together, they'll, move away from those unhealthy habits because now they have you and they don't need to cope anymore. I don't know if that's the case, and that's what that means. But the fact that they are still dealing with something, some of them, it could even still be lust, right? It's just that maybe they're not being satisfied in that way because those people are not you. And it's not giving the same energy that being with you gave. So who's up late? Who's been up thinking about you? It is somebody that you were in a romantic connection with. And with this kind of intense, passionate, and desirable connection, this level of chemistry, I do feel like you would know who this person is. Especially here with the Emperor and the Queen of Cups, whether you're masculine or feminine, you are coming through as very intuitive, somebody that's very sharp, and somebody that may even be picking up on this person's energy. Some of these people could have already come in or reached out to you. If not, this is somebody that's maybe wanting to pop up with that Wheel of Fortune card in more of a positive energy. With the Fool card, this is like throwing caution to the wind and just stepping out, taking a leap of faith to pursue something that you desire, and being doing so in a very optimistic way, like trusting that things will come back around. So this person could be praying that this connection comes back together, because there seems to be quite a bit of energy that I'm getting about this person speaking out or reaching out to the divine or trying to tap into this inner faith that things will somehow align. Because with the Full energy, this person steps out, but they also are trusting in the divine, in the leap of faith they're taking. They're trusting that if there's any obstacles or anything that'll block them, that it's going to be moved out of the way, and it'll open the door for them to get to what they want, and they'll have success in it. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is often like divine intervention. This is like spirit bringing something together that's fated and destined in a very positive way, in a very unexpected way. So a lot of these people could be praying at night. When they're up at night, they could be praying to whatever power they believe in that they bring this back together. But somebody here, this energy is very much, this feels soul crushing. It doesn't matter how long this has been since this connection ended, this person is struggling to move on. And with that Wheel of Fortune, I don't know if they ever will, because this person is seeing you as their fate and destiny. And if they are feeling this overwhelming sense of heaviness about this separation and seeing you as their end all be all, this person may have already made up in their mind that there's nobody else out there for them. So to them, losing you means that they've lost the only chance they truly have at having their own ideal counterpart, because they are viewing you as their ideal counterpart, as the person out of anyone they've ever dated, before you, after you seemingly are the only one that brought them joy, pleasure, satisfaction, comfort, peace, and this genuine feeling of love and loyalty and groundedness. And I don't feel like they're getting that anywhere else. This person has a lot of regrets, a lot of regrets. And maybe some of them are struggling to accept the fact or accept the truth about how they showed up, or they've accepted the truth with this energy coming out with the Devil card. They've accepted the truth of the mistakes they've made, and they're struggling with accepting that they made them, right? Like this person could have so many regrets, and that regret is eating them up because they're realizing that they fumbled something that was so loving and beautiful, and now they can't figure out how to get it back. And based off the toxic energy they're showing up in, it is what it is. I mean, I do feel like they do see that or feel that you were divinely guided. They may feel like you're very spiritually protected. They could also be feeling like at this time you could be having a glow up, or you could have went through one. If they've have access to you or what's going on in your life, they could feel like life is going better for you now that you've left, because the Eight of Cups does go into the Wheel of Fortune. And then the Fool card means that they're seeing you as somebody who had a new beginning. You changed direction. Some of you could have a new beginning in love as well. And that could be also what's eating this person up, or the fear of you moving on to someone else or somebody else coming in and being able to experience the awesomeness that they experience with you is terrifying to this person. But they are seeing you as somebody that they feel was brought in from the divine, from a higher power, from God, the universe, whatever you believe in. They feel like spirit brought you to them, almost like you were a gift, you were a good luck charm with this Wheel of Fortune. And this person is feeling like they lost their good luck charm. A very rare energy. They're viewing you as very rare. And it's like, if for those that feel that you were a gift from the divine, that you were somebody that was divinely brought into their life, they're praying that the divine will bring you back around so that you guys can work on this and improve what this was. And this person is desperate. Like, this person is desperate. Again, I don't care how long it's been. I don't care if this person is in another connection. Maybe when they're alone at night, you're all they can think about. But yeah, this person has very, very deep, intense, romantic feelings for you. And this feels like somebody that is longing and yearning to be with you. This person wants a happily ever after with you. But with the energy coming in, I'm not, I can't say for all of you, I don't get that this person will ever get a new chance with you, because especially for those of you where you have transformed and you have evolved with this Wheel of Fortune, and you're kind of now having a new beginning where there's prosperity and abundance and you have new love. I feel like you've kind of maybe moved past this for some of you, especially with them seeing you in the Eight of Cups as walking away from them and moving into this Wheel of Fortune good luck energy. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it is what it is. Some of you may still desire this person because it was a very deeply passionate connection. The chemistry feels overwhelming. This feels like the type of energy where a simple look was enough to get you both going. So I can't say that that everyone here would deny this person's offer, especially if for some of them you do see and pick up on the energy that they have truly changed and there's romantic feelings and desire on both parts. But for some of you, a lot of you, I don't feel like this is somebody you're interested in having a new beginning with. But especially for the feminine's drawn to this with this King of Wands energy and this Fool card, this person is wanting to rush in. That's why first I said for some of you, they've already maybe reached out, but this person is wanting to come in with a lot of quickness. The King of Wands does not move slow. This person moves very abruptly and very passionately and very intently towards what they desire. And for the masculines drawn to this feminine could be desiring for you to come back in very passionately towards them, still desiring them, still wanting them, seeing them as a Queen of Cups to your Emperor energy. And whether or not that'll happen, I don't know. It depends on you. But I am going to leave the reading there. And of course, if it resonated on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading group 2 regarding who's having late night thoughts about you and why. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled the 5 cards. We'll go ahead and look into the 5 cards that came through, and then we will go ahead and get into the reading. So the first card out is the Hermit, followed by the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the 4 of Cups, followed by the 5 of Cups. And then the final card out is the 7 of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy is the 3 of Pentacles. I've also pulled 3 clarifiers from a separate tarot deck. And the 3 cards that came out are as follow: the 8 of Cups, followed by the Queen of Wands. And then the final clarifier is the 6 of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy, there's the Hermit again. So really quickly, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. I find it interesting that the Hermit energy comes out twice in both card pulls. I especially find it interesting that the Hermit is the first card out from initially pulling for the reading, and then it is the final energy at the bottom of the deck in the clarifiers. And that's the card of 9, the self. So for this group, it's going to be the same message, but this may apply to each of you differently. And I'm going to quickly, briefly go over how this may apply to you. And if you fit into either of these groups, then obviously you can stick around because the message is going to be one main message for everyone. But this just gives you confirmation for who this person or these people are. So for some of you, this could be family because of the Ten of Pentacles. For others of you, this could be a group of people at work or a co-worker because of the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. For others of you, this could be a community, people that felt like a support system that you were working with to achieve a goal, or they were making an offer to you, or they were supposed to be helping you, and they deceived you. No matter, or this could be romance. Specifically, definitely could be also romance. But specifically, this is definitely somebody or a group of people that are having a lot of regret. I see here with this Hermit energy and this Ten of Pentacles and Four of Cups, you pulled your energy back away from whomever this is. You went into deep reflection, and I feel like it took place after the Seven of Swords energy was exposed to you. When you realized that these people were deceiving you, they could have stolen from you, they could have sabotaged you, they could have been lying and spreading rumors and gossip about you, backstabbing. This could have been somebody that cheated on you, or again, somebody that could have iced you out. But there was definitely some sort of deception or betrayal here. And these people or this person is up thinking about you because there's a lot of self regret and self blame. The Five of Cups comes out before the Seven of Swords. The Five of Cups is an energy of regret. It's an energy of like a breakup, a divorce. It's in something of a betrayal, and it's usually somebody that is blaming themselves and they're regretting something. And then the Seven of Swords comes out after, denoting they regret basically betraying you. They regret hurting you, stealing from you, cheating to you, lying on you, making you feel alone. Because it's like when you go into the hermit energy and you kind of pull away and you really do some introspection, start working on yourself and healing, then it becomes you go into the Four of Cups. So it's like these people may have, or this person may have felt like you had bitterness, or you do have bitterness towards them, that maybe you have a bit of resentment towards them because of their actions, and you have withdrew because the Four of Cups is also an energy of withdrawing and pulling your energy back away from people who have hurt you. And now this person or these people feel abandoned. So if these were people that made you feel abandoned, because the Eight of Cups comes out in the clarifiers, which also represents a feeling of abandonment. And then the Queen of Wands, which is representing your energy, comes out after. So these may be people that made you feel alone. They made you feel isolated. They made you feel like you were not enough, or they emotionally took advantage of you or financially took advantage of you and left you feeling like you were being cast aside, or just making you feel low. Once you pulled your energy back and they no longer had access to you, these people started to feel that. Now these people started to miss your energy because these people are seeing you in, or this person, take it how it resonates, they're seeing you as somebody that went through a glow up. With the Queen of Wands, you could have always been in the Queen of Wands energy, but I feel like with this Hermit energy, you went through a glow up. I feel like you healed. You could have changed on the physical level. Your finances and your circumstances could have changed. You could have became, for example, if this is romantic, then you could have started dating or started attracting a lot more attention, and somehow this person's aware of it. If this was work, you could have gotten a better job or started your own business or creative endeavor, and now you're finding success. And again, it could even be family or, again, friends, but they're seeing you as somebody that's now popular, right? The Queen of Wands is popular. The hermit energy and the Four of Cups is somebody that's very pulled back, stands in the background, and they're kind of to themselves and very reserved. They're not really extroverted. But now they're seeing you as somebody that has either come out of their shell, or this is the energy that you're coming into now. But they are seeing you as somebody that even after you came into this confident, very, boss leadership, kind of sexy, attractive, healed energy, with the Six of Swords following the Queen of Wands, it's like you still continue to move on, because that's an energy of peace. That's an energy of healing. That's an energy of letting go of baggage and continuing to move forward. So maybe these people felt like it's like they're seeing you now and you're in this better energy. Maybe you're coming out more, maybe you're coming around more, or they're having more access to you online and seeing you in this way. But it's like your energy still is out of reach, because the Six of Swords is here, and then of course the nine of I'm sorry, the Hermit, which is the nine card, is here again, still sticking to the self. So yeah, it's like, and this is making them want to come in more because the Queen of Wands is somebody who's very attractive. She draws in energy. She has this magnetizing, alluring aura about her. She's fun. She's exciting. She's successful. She's thrilling. She's very enticing. She is somebody that you desire to be in the company of. This gives the cool person energy. Doesn't matter your gender. They're seeing you as somebody that has transformed, and you're much different, much more confident, much more assertive, much more vocal and in your power than you may have been before. Or this is an energy that you're evolving into now, and somehow they have insight to this. And it's like, even now, and I think now even more so, they want to be in your company. I feel like they already did once they started feeling the effects of your absence. But now that you're in this energy of giving abundance, creativity, power, authority, they're even more now being drawn in and magnetized into wanting to be in your presence. These people could have fed off of your energy because, like I said, you could have always been a Queen of Wands, and these people could have already knew what kind of power and value you had with all this Pentacles energy. They could have already known what kind of boss energy you were, and maybe that's why these people were deceiving you, because there could have been some envy and jealousy fueling the Seven of Swords deceptive energy. Maybe these people were siphoning from you, whether this was work, romance, family, or friends. These people always seen this power, but now that you've transformed, they're seeing it on an external level. And now it's even more overwhelmingly in their face than before. And these people may be wanting to come in and feed off of it even more. And you're not having it with the Six of Swords. You're still moving on. You're still out of reach. So for some of you, this could be more than one person, because for this group, you could have went through something of a spiritual awakening where you cut your energy off from everybody around you. You could have come into some sort of a truth about everyone around you, a romantic partner. There could have been like a tower moment in every connection or in multiple connections that you were involved in. You could have relocated and changed a job with this Eight of Cups. You could have had a breakup with this Eight of Cups where you were living with someone and you moved away. You could have relocated away from family, or relocated for work. It's just giving an energy of you detaching from an entire group, an entire lineage, an entire company, an entire community of people, and really focusing on yourself. And these people are in deep regret because they want that energy and that power back in their presence. You could be more popular now, or maybe you're standing in the spotlight, or you are, maybe these people are aware that you're moving into that direction. These people could energetically sense that you're moving into some level of power, authority, and abundance in your life. Some of you could be moving into this energy because the Queen of Wands can oftentimes be very well known, or be somebody that has power and authority in some way. And these people want to benefit from this, but they don't have the access to you because, again, you're giving the energy of being even better than before. And these people don't get to be in the energy that you're exuding now, this passionate, fiery energy. And they know now, especially, that if they were able to come back in, if they were feeding off of your energy before, where you may not have been as fully aware of your power or as fully operating in it, that now that this power is very blatant, that they could benefit from it even more, especially where you have found success, especially where you are standing in the spotlight, or you have some position of power, or things are shaping up for you and you're more fun or exciting, and you're traveling more, or you're doing more, and it's just, again, you're just in this elevated state. And it makes these people feel like if they were in your energy, they'd be able to feel and fuel and feed off of this power that you're kind of igniting in your inner circle. Some of you could have even had a new group of friends come in, or you could, again, you have found some sort of confidence on your own, because the Queen of Wands tends to be very independent and usually is not somebody that really settles down. This is a person that's pursuing their dreams, their goals. They could see you doing that. This is a person that dates around and keeps their options open, and they tend to attract a lot of attention and lustful eyes. They could be acknowledging that, especially if this is a past partner or a number of past partners. But these people want to come in but they know that they've done so much wrong in the past. They may be intimidated. The Queen of Wands is very intimidating. They may be intimidated by who you have become. So as much as they want to come in, I feel like there's something about your energy that has set this boundary, and now they almost don't recognize you, who you've become, and so I don't feel like they know how to approach you. Yeah, I don't think they know how to approach you now. Even for those where maybe you are interacting more, because the Eight of Cups is also leaving home, leaving the roots, and the Ten of Pentacles is the home. It's the root. It's the family structure, and the Eight of Cups is usually relocating or leaving that dynamic or a job. So I feel again, this is definitely giving people that once knew you in the past. They don't know this newer, better version of you. They don't know this more evolved spiritual version of you. You're in this energy right now where you have chosen to be alone. But these people realize you're not, at least from where they can see, you're not sad, you're not depressed, you're not down and out. You're not in this energy of sometimes people can see you in the hermit and assume you're going through a depression, but somehow they're not seeing you as somebody who's going through a depression. They're seeing you as somebody that is still out of reach, still focused on yourself with this hermit coming out twice, but somebody that is happy. From where they can see, you're more in this bold, kind of zesty type of energy. There's more joy and determination and focus on the self. You could have definitely went through some sort of glow up. Your physical body could have changed, your appearance could have changed, your style could have changed, you could have changed something about your hair, or all of the above, or this is the energy that's happening now. But these people have noticed a transformation, and they are so intimidated by your power, but they desperately want to come back in. With the Three of Pentacles, they want to come back in and collaborate and be in your presence again, and either invite you to come into a new company or a new business endeavor, or come back in this group of friends and start to work on something. But I feel like this is somebody that when you were in this collaborative dynamic with them, in this kind of sense of community with these people, or in this romantic connection, this person took advantage of your kindness, because the Seven of Swords energy usually takes advantage of people who are very generous, people who are usually in a very pure energy, and they tend to view them as easy to take from, right? So yeah, this was a selfish energy. These are people that were looking out for themselves. Very unfair, fake, phony energies. These are people that were like wolf in sheep's clothing, but now they're in deep regret about it. I feel like you started out in the Four of Cups of sadness, feeling down, going through this kind of hurt energy, this kind of nursing your wounds, feeling very rejected and very heartbroken, because you thought you were in a connection or dynamic where there was support and genuinity and authentic energy, and everybody was in same accord with one another. And then it's like you were in that energy. Now they're in the Five of Cups, where they're regretting putting you in that energy. They're regretting kind of icing you out, taking advantage of you, sabotaging you, causing some sort of ruckus or conflict in your life, hurting you, cheating on you, lying to you. Whatever was done, these people wish they can undo it. So this feels like karma, which seems to be the theme. But I mean, yeah, this feels like karma, because I'm seeing them now operating in the energy that you were, and now I'm seeing you in this positive, glowing, sexy, attractive, successful, abundant energy. And even now they can't come to you. Yeah, so hey, it depends. Like I said, it could be all of the above for some of you. Usually when we go into a spiritual awakening, a lot of times we cut off and detach everyone or most connections in our lives, or situations that don't serve us. So for some of you, this could be every single scenario, but you would know better than me. Some of you know specifically who this is, who this was rather, and what dynamic this was for you, what scenario this was for you. But all these people are feeling the same. They want to come in, they want to have a new beginning. They want to kind of have this sense of community because I feel like they're seeing the value in you and they didn't see it before. It's like you glowed up and came into this power and this spiritual and mental and physical abundance, but I feel like they tried to maybe dim your light and keep you from coming into this energy. They tried to humble you in a sense, even when you more than likely didn't need to be humbled. But it was maybe a way to prevent you from evolving into this Queen of Wands, and so, and you did it anyway. Except now you may have been in the past where you desired to be a part of this community or this desire to be in this connection, or this was a job you really loved and that you really wanted to stay in and climb the ladder in. But whatever this was, it's like you being on your own for a while has put you in such a confident and comfortable energy that you have chosen that over everything else. And you still evolved, you still transformed, you still bossed up and turned into this powerful energy that you always were. So not only did it not work what they tried, but now you still have come into this authority and this energy of popular it girl type of vibes. And now they don't even have access to be around you and benefit and feed off of what you have become, who you have become, and where you're headed. These people know you're headed for victory and success if you haven't gotten there already. And I think that you handled this well. I think that you walked away from this situation with grace. I don't think that you really caused a conflict here. I think that you handled this with ease. And I feel like you started moving in silence. And these people didn't expect that. And I feel like these people also want to know what's going on in your life. And they don't have access to know what's going on in your life. These people want to know what's happening behind the scenes. It's like they can see you as the Queen of Wands because the Queen of Wands is seen, she's out there. But with the Hermit, they don't have access to really know what's happening with you behind the scenes. What's the story behind this glow up? What's going on? Like they can see the energy of success and abundance and prosperity and joy, and they don't know how you're doing it or what you're doing or what's happening. And these people may have access to those aspects of you before, and they could have used that knowledge they had of insight about you before to betray you, to operate in the Seven of Swords. And that could be why you're moving in silence now, to prevent that from ever happening again. So you may be in an energy right now where you're moving in silence, but you're allowing the results that you do behind the scenes to speak for itself. And I love that for you. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And of course, if it resonated on any level, you may feel free to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading group 3 regarding who's having late night thoughts about you and why. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We'll look into the cards that came through and then we'll go ahead and get into the message. So the first card out is the Emperor, followed by the Knight of Wands. And then we have the Six of Wands, followed by the Empress. And the final card out is the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy is the Tower. I've pulled 3 clarifiers from a separate tarot deck as well. And those 3 cards are as followed. The Nine of Swords again, followed by the Seven of Swords. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy for clarifiers is the Five of Swords. So really quickly, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. For this group, it's pretty cut and dry. This person, with the Nine of Swords coming out twice in the clarifiers and in the initial card pull, this person is having a lot of sleepless nights, obviously, because they're up thinking about you. However, I feel like even when this person is asleep, when they're able to actually sleep, because I don't feel like this person's getting a whole lot of rest, when this person is actually able to sleep, I feel like they're having dreams about having a happy dynamic with you. But I feel like this is a situation that ended in destruction. Like this is with the Emperor and Empress out here. I do get the vibe that for this group, this is somebody that you were dating, more so somebody that maybe you were in a connection with. For some of you, you may have lived with this person or you were married. But this is something where there was a sudden ending. Maybe something suddenly came out and then things just fell apart. But the reason I feel like this person is having dreams about a happy ending and waking up in misery as a result of waking up to reality is because we have them coming out here as seeing themselves as the emperor, this ideal masculine figure who was moving in this Knight of Wands energy, somebody that is taking quick, swift, decisive action, and they're having victory and success with the Six of Wands in pursuing this Empress energy. But then the Nine of Swords comes out where it's like this person is sitting up in a bed holding their head when they wake up and realize that it was all a dream. And then at the bottom of the deck, it's a tower. Like that realization is crushing. This person is destroyed mentally and emotionally. I feel like this person is in anguish. This person could be dealing with anxiety. This person could be in an energy of feeling hopeless. This feels like a very long stretch of something of a dark night of the soul. I am going to also suggest that maybe because the devil card showed itself during the clarifying process and the justice card showed itself during the initial shuffling process. So I'm going to get into that justice card in a minute. But with that devil energy that showed itself very clearly, this person could have some unhealthy coping mechanisms. They could have potentially had addictions, or they're coping by using addictions of some sort, or they have some sort of obsessive energy. There's some toxicity here. Now, that may not mean that they're doing that now. It could also mean that that is something that was showing up in the connection, like it was an unhealthy connection they were operating in a very unethical and unfair and very toxic negative energy towards you, and it led to an ending. Because even here the Seven of Swords is coming up and then the Five of Swords at the bottom. Both are cards of betrayal, especially when you have the Seven of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords energy coming out before the Seven of Swords, this person is up at night thinking about how badly they betrayed you. They're thinking about everything they did wrong, even some stuff that they may have gotten away with. Because the Seven of Swords is about somebody getting away with doing something wrong, somebody that's very selfish, unfair. This person left you in an unfair situation. This person was a trickster. They were a wolf in sheep's clothing and they abandoned you, I feel, in a negative way. And I say that because some of the other cards that showed themselves reconfirmed that this was somebody who may have left you in a situation kind of holding the short end of the stick. When that justice card came out, that kind of is what gave me the energy of a contract. When that one like came out and it kind of showed itself, went back in the deck, that let me know that maybe this is a situation where there's alimony or child support involved. Especially now that I see in the clarifiers we have the Seven of Swords with the King of Pentacles, somebody who is valuing wealth and abundance. This person could have also put finances above you. That devil energy could have meant that this person is very shallow and materialistic, and this is all that was important to them. This person, I feel strongly for this group. This may be somebody you had a family with, if I haven't mentioned that already. But more importantly, I feel like in this love dynamic, you two became parents together. And I feel like this person kind of, I don't want to say kind of, this person may have abandoned you for some of you. I don't think that applies to everyone. But with the Empress energy here, and the Empress energy also peaked out in the clarifiers, but actually came out in the initial pool. I feel like this is somebody who may have abandoned their responsibilities and they acted in an unfair way. And now they're having a lot of mental and emotional anguish about this. Because with the Five of Swords here, this person could have also had other people involved in this bullying dynamic. This with the Five of Swords, this means that there could have been third parties, or there could have been a lot of conflicts with their family getting involved, or your family getting involved, or them maybe creating lies and rumors and gossip about the situation, being very manipulative, trying to hide the truth, especially with them coming out with this King of Pentacles, somebody who's usually loyal, righteous, faithful, balanced, and somebody that's very focused on doing the right thing and being very responsible. When in reality, with the Seven of Swords, this person is really nothing like this. But you knew the truth about this person. So It's very clear that this person is wanting or reminiscing or sitting up at night thinking about having a victory with you. This person wants to be in this emperor and empress dynamic, and they want to have this six of wands where you both are happy. You have this happy home, you worked out after everything was said and done, and now everything is kind of happy go lucky. But with this person constantly in this nine of swords and this tower energy, I feel like they know this is not happening. This is not happening. The nine of swords twice, the Nine of Swords one time is an overwhelming sense of anguish and misery and depression. But this person got it twice, and they're side by side because it comes out at the end of the first card pull, and then it's the very first clarifying card that comes out in the second card pull side by side. That's double misery. This person probably has not slept in God knows how long. And again, when they do sleep, I feel like they're having dreams about you. Sometimes with that tower card, it could even be nightmares. Like maybe they're having dreams about moments where again and again where it ended, or constant reminders, or dreams that have like analogies or scenarios of just reminding them of what they did wrong. Because this person's actions with the seven of swords coming in after the nine of swords, this person's actions are constantly replaying in their mind. There could have been very deceptive and unfair things that this person did behind your back when you were together that you may still not know about, but it's eating them alive. With that tower card, this person's entire life could be crumbling right now. It feels again like they're waking up to this tower energy, like they're waking up to this turmoil in their life. Like only in the dream state when they are able to sleep and they do have this kind of happy, dream energy for some of them, when they wake up and they realize in reality there's destruction. Not only did this connection fall apart, but I think every area of this person's life is in shambles. I feel like they valued money, material things, and they were operating in this very arrogant and cocky manner. They thought they had got away with something. They thought they had, this person could have been thriving, especially in a situation where they abandoned you with the responsibilities that you both should have been showing up to handle. This person was probably thriving financially at one point because you were bearing the burden of whatever they left with you. That could be you two being parents and then you taking on that responsibility by yourself. For others of you, it could have been a lease with an apartment. It could have been, even a company, you guys. It could have been something, but this person thought they were on top. They were acting as if they were this honorable King of Pentacles, this responsible, ideal person that had very high morals and was very balanced and dedicated and trustworthy. But in reality, they were the Seven of Swords, and they were misleading these people in the Five of Swords. They were having people thinking that you were the issue and not seeing clearly. And now I feel like karma's coming. The justice, I feel like karma has been in this person's life for a while. And for some of them, where it's just now hitting, and it took some time with this tower, that karma is raining down on this person. Literally in the card of the tower, it's literally chaos everywhere. There's nothing about this card that's peaceful. There's no star or sun or moon in the background. There's nothing in this image of the tower that suggests that there's peace somewhere around the corner waiting for this person. This person may be destined to be miserable for a very long time. So whatever they did, or however this ended, whatever you had to go through, I feel like this person is now going through it, but they're going to have to experience their karma tenfold, because we have the Nine of Swords twice. The nine is the self. That means this person could also be alone, right? Even if they have people around them with that energy here, I feel like this person could be alone. They could feel alone. They could feel very isolated. Now, the Five of Swords energy could also denote this person is dealing with a lot of bullies. Maybe people have found out the truth about this person, and this person could be dealing with a lot of bullies, and it could be people maybe reminding them of this situation. I don't feel like this person is getting rest. I don't. This feels very soul crushing. This feels miserable. This is like mental health issues. This is somebody that could be so mentally and emotionally in turmoil that it's even causing them to be sick. This is a torturous energy, and they got it twice. Yeah, this person is having an issue with lack of confidence. This could be also be a card of accusations. Yeah, this person, I feel like, yes, I think people are seeing the truth about this. But this is also a card of like could be self-hatred, self-blame, regrets. This person is very regretful. Very regretful. This is giving despair. If this person is going through a dark night of the soul, because it's kind of giving that energy, they may be at the point in this journey where things are getting darker before they get better. Yeah, this person is in deep, deep, deep regret. I'm feeling like if this person could go back in time and undo whatever they did, they would. Because with that justice card, and that justice card made itself known very, very clearly and stood out with me. It stood out, even though it did not come all the way, it stood out. This person is paying a price. And I feel like they know a lot of what they're experiencing right now with that tower energy, especially in this double nine of swords. I feel like they know what they're experiencing right now is a result of what they did to you. Because the cards leading up to this about what their heart desires with you, and then going into the misery of knowing that they will never have this. And then it kind of continues into the clarifiers where they'll never have this because they acted in an unethical and unfair way. This was an asshole. I'm going to be honest. And generally, I don't use profanity on the channel or in my videos, but this person was an asshole. Like the energy I'm getting here is arrogant, cocky, petty. This was a bully. This was a manipulative person. This was a person that may have tried to control this situation. They were being this underhanded toxic person behind the scenes, but maybe presenting as this honorable energy, like I said earlier, in front of other people, and maybe trying to shift this toxic energy onto you as if it was you. And now they're being hit with this mirror of having to own up to the fact, because like I said, with the accusation energy and this five of swords, this person also could be getting bullied and targeted and called out because the truth has now come out somehow. Like just feeling this energy is kind of triggering me. Like I'm kind of getting irritated, especially because there were so many cards of darkness and heaviness that it seemingly they caused for you, and now they're getting double with this nine of swords. You can Google the nine of swords card. One nine of swords card you do not want, but they're getting a double up, and I feel like it's well deserved. But again, yeah, if this person could go back in time, they would. They could even be in their minds constantly thinking of a way to come in with this Emperor and this Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, and Empress energy. This person is in their head, maybe desiring to come and pursue you, and maybe kind of show up in this Emperor energy. More mature, more masculine. This ideal spouse, this ideal father figure, or empress ideal mother figure, and then it's kind of giving the energy of somebody who can create this beautiful harmonious empire with you, and you two can be in this six of wands energy, victorious and successful, couple goals, both being admired and ideal. And it's just giving that will never happen, at least based off of what I'm seeing. Some of you may still have feelings for this person. And if this is meant to come back around, then that's not for me to speak on. But I don't see any of that here because obviously that's not the topic at hand. But why they're up at night, why they're thinking about you is because they want you back. This person wants victory and success. They want to have the end goal with you. This person wants a family dynamic. This person wants to quote unquote do the right thing. But they're realizing, and I feel strongly, that it's too late. Only in their mind, with this double nine of swords, only in their head can they have this empress and emperor victory. Because I think when they were putting you through it, they didn't have a care in the world. I think they felt like they were going to win. With the five of swords, this is an energy, and the seven of swords, this is an energy of winning at all cost, even to the point where you're going to be deceptive. This is somebody that is unfair. They're selfish. This is somebody that's in an energy of doing things that are unethical, things that are immoral, things that are just toxic, all for the sake of having what they want. especially in a situation where this person might have ran out on their responsibilities. It could have been so that they could be in this King of Pentacles, so they could hold on to more money, have more time, and spend their time and their money and have their freedom the way that they want. Because even if I look at the first cards, when you have the Emperor and you have the Knight of Wands, this is an energy suggesting again that this person was viewing themselves as somebody that should have showed up as this Emperor energy to your Empress, but instead they acted in a Knight of Wands energy. Because in the card, the Knight of Wands is facing in the direction towards the Emperor, but he's facing heading away from the Six of Wands and the Empress, heading away from the victory with this energy, heading away from victory with you, and following his impulse, his player energy, his selfish energy, just focusing on living in the moment and being excited and chasing the different experiences or pursuing his own dreams and goals and not really thinking about settling. Now that's all he can think about. And now karma is here to basically collect. And this person cannot escape this. I feel like you're in this person's mind, not just at night, but 24/7. You may be the main thought in this person's mind when they wake up, throughout their day, and especially when they go to sleep at night, on the nights that they can sleep, because this feels like a tortured soul. And again, with that Tower, I feel like they're being tortured in every area of their life. And with that Justice card, I feel like this is karmic justice, which means on the flip side, you may be thriving, or you may be getting ready to come into a season of thriving, because you could have been acting in that justice energy, being fair, wanting to do your part, and continuing to be responsible and handling this situation with grace, even after they deceived you, hurt you, stole from you, abandoned you, whatever they did. You may have still acted out in a sense of this Empress energy with grace, with integrity, held your end of the bargain, or allow this person to go on with their toxic ways and moved on with your life. And you may have come into a season of blessings as a result, because you may have had to go through a difficult cycle too, because death card energy was very prevalent. But I feel like you may have went through something. I think that's why this person is going through a double Nine of Swords, because you may have went through a very strong Tower moment when this situation was going on. I'm getting the energy. This person was, in the beginning, this person was thriving, living it up, probably laughing about the situation, being careless, thinking they won, they were victorious, and what have you, while you may have been going through a Tower moment at that point. And now the tables have turned, the Wheel of Fortune has turned, and now this person is getting a double dose of whatever you went through. And I think that either you're in your season of being abundant, happy, blessed, and you may be having a new connection coming in potentially, or you're getting ready to go into this season of positive abundance, and you're getting ready the scales are balancing. You played the long game, and while this person thought they had won, they had really lost. And they're waking up to that. And I love that for you, because you deserve better. And I was going to say I'm wishing them all the best. So I'm going to go ahead and close the reading out. And if it resonated on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you.